Hello everybody and welcome back to Ant Holleufer. Today we are taking a look at a new colony that we unboxed in the video 2 days ago. Yes, we are in a 3 video week right now, except if you're from the future, we aren't. So, say hello to our newest colony to add to our growing collection, Camponotus Herculeanus. So this right here is the colony, and of course they are a very slow colony and they are quite a bigger colony, so they aren't that active. Right now I speeded up the video and as you see they're not that active. But since they've just been shipped between a lot of countries, I thought, I'm gonna give them some sugar today, and I'm gonna do that by giving them some sugar water. And I'm gonna give them some meat as well. So starting off with giving them some sugar water, I just made a dose and dropped it inside. And it didn't take long before the first worker were over and smelling it, but it was very scary. And immediately the second worker got to work. I could see on their thorax that they probably had something to eat before they were sent. But since they were so scared of coming over, I don't quite know how Ants Davey has fed them, because they seem very scared, and even the queen is now over and she's very quickly backing out of it. And the workers are backing out. I don't know how he has fed them before, but I'm not sure that he did it the same way as I have done. Because once again they approach very slowly and returns again. And I was very impressed to see this, because I really just expected them to walk over and just start drinking. And then finally it happened. And I thought, well, now all the workers must come over and drink. Oh, after the initial 2 workers we had 2 more. And they both left again. But you can very clearly see that these 2 workers here were an anitic, and the last worker that approached were a lot bigger, so I think that is of course also an anitic, but I think that worker has gotten some more food. You can see here the size difference. There's really a big size difference between the bottom one and the top one. So I think that the bottom one has definitely got more protein doing larvae and egg stage. But very interestingly, they weren't that sugar thirsty. I mean, they walked over and drank a bit and then they returned back to the queen again very quickly without really drinking anything. So maybe they just didn't need any sugar. But I decided I'm gonna take a time lapse to see what goes on. A bit of trophallaxis over at the queen, but not really any drinking. So I thought, okay, let's take it out and let's give them some protein instead. So I had actually never tried to take it out like this, just by emptying it and doing the opposite like I normally do with the pipette, but it worked flawless. And in comes the protein, a chopped up mealworm without any moving parts, because I've been told that founding colonies don't want anything moving. And once again, the workers were very scared. So once again I'm thinking here, like, how did he feed them? Or are they always this paranoid? Because I feel like my laziest niger colonies, they just walk over and start eating. So I don't know what to say. I mean, look at this, they're also all trying to escape into the cotton. Very, very weird for me, I must say. I really did not expect them to be this scared. But I mean, they're just not the same as laziest niger and laziest flowers, I guess, because they just go over and start eating. Another one slowly approaches and returns again. So as you can see under the queen, through the video we'll get a few glimpses of it, but I think there are around 8 or 9 eggs. So hopefully, and it actually looks a bit like larvae, one of them. So hopefully these eggs will come out before hibernation. But I mean, it isn't long before it's hibernation time. What are we in? September, soon to be October. Pretty much hibernation time. And finally the workers decided to go under the tinfoil. So again, I was just sitting here like, oh, aren't you gonna eat anything? How has he fed you? Because you just walk back and forth without even taking anything. And protecting the queen, I must say, all 5 workers are just surrounding her completely. So I just changed the light a little bit. I just love this red color they have. They're such a beautiful ant to watch. And their thorax as well. I know this worker right here has a full stomach, but I just love seeing how it goes. And will this worker be the first one? Yes, this worker is actually licking and is almost coming over to the protein, or a little bit scared, but I think there are a little bit of leftover juices on the tinfoil. So, and we hit it. She finally decided to eat. But you'll often see colonies just licking nothing on the tinfoil, and that is probably because some of the juice has drifted apart. But I mean, I was so glad to see they finally did it. But again, looking at their stomach slash thorax, they seem like they are pretty full on food. But you know, you can never get too full on food. So the more food they will get, the more protein the larvae will get. But once again, it wasn't a big take for the colony. Tasted a little bit and decided to walk back again. So apparently they're not that hungry. And I thought I would do a 15-minute time lapse once again to see how they did. And except for a lot of trophallaxis, not really anybody was eating the meat. Though I decided that this one, I would leave this one for the night, because maybe they'll start eating tomorrow, and I'll take this out tomorrow and give them some sugar water instead and let that be for the night. Because that may just be all the traveling that have made them kind of paranoid and not that hungry. I mean, they have been moved around from the UK to France, I think, to Germany, and then to Denmark. I don't know if that's the exact route, but it is a long route, so I would get that they are a bit stressed and scared. But some of the workers started to lick the sugar water remains up again. Once again, I catched a bit of the trophallaxis. I love how big these ants are. I mean, I also said it a lot with the Camponotus Vegas colony. It's so easy to see when they're doing trophallaxis, and even here when it's zoomed in, I love how detailed it can get. I may move the colony from this plastic tube over to a glass tube between this episode and the next episode. And I don't know when the next episode will be, because they are a very slow growing colony. So we might not get an update right before hibernation, or even a bit into the hibernation, depending on how it looks. And hopefully next year we'll be able to move them into a nest. But I've learned my lessons from the past. Don't rush anything, so I'm not gonna rush anything. So yeah guys, that's been it for this video. It will be a while before the next video, because it is a very slow growing colony. Hopefully one more this year, but as I said before, I'm aiming for moving them into a nest next year, a small nest, a white-tongue nest or something. But don't think too much about this colony, because I won't. I'll just kind of give them food, give them honey, and forget about them a little bit and just check on them once in a while. But yeah guys, I hope you like the new colony, and I hope you liked the video. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.